Congratulations to Thomas G. You are the next winner of the lightsaber giveaway. To claim your saber, just email me using the email in the description below. There are more lightsabers to be won, so if you want the opportunity, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, turn notifications on, and tell me in the comments what your favorite lightsaber is. In Solo: A Star Wars Story, the former Sith Lord Maul no longer falls under the mantle of a Sith, as that title was stripped from him after he was confronted by his former master Darth Sidious, a confrontation that took place towards the end of the Clone Wars. In this video, we will explain why Maul is no longer a Sith Lord, and why he no longer follows the doctrine of the Sith Order as of Solo: A Star Wars Story and as of the timeline beyond this point. After Maul took over the planet of Mandalore during the Clone Wars, he was confronted by Darth Sidious in person, who was the Sith Master that opted to train Maul as his very first apprentice. Sidious hoped of using Maul as a Sith assassin and tool for the Sith behind the scenes of the Clone Wars, instead of having Dooku, who was more of a public figure. Instead though, Maul was defeated by the Jedi Padawan of Qui-Gon Jinn in the form of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and his master Sidious believed that Maul had died following this engagement. It was after this that Sidious opted to take on the former Jedi Dooku as his new Sith apprentice. The rule of two that was created by Darth Bane about 1,000 years before A New Hope dictated that Sidious needed another apprentice and totally abandoned Maul in this moment. The rule of two explained that there should only ever be two Sith Lords at one time, as the power was to be coveted between the two Sith, rather than spread out around hundreds or even thousands of other dark side warriors. This is the philosophy behind the rule of two. I will continue to study at your feet, Master. I will learn from your wisdom. I will discover your secrets, unlocking them one by one until everything you know, all your knowledge, and all your power is mine. And once you are of no longer use to me, I will destroy you. One day I will surpass you. On that day I will kill you, but that day is not today. The idea behind the rule of two is that the Sith apprentice would eventually become more powerful than the Sith master, and if that did not happen, the master would take on a new apprentice. It was because of Maul's failure and his assumed death that Sidious opted to replace him with Dooku. After Maul was believed dead by his master, Sidious moved on with another apprentice in order to further the rule of two. Unfortunately for Sidious, however, Maul would return later midway through the Clone Wars and wage his own war on the Jedi Order. As the Clone Wars progressed, Sidious believed that the Jedi would wipe Maul out, but decided to take action once he learned that Maul was calling himself and his new apprentice Savage Opress true Sith Lords. What angered Sidious the most is that Maul and Savage claimed to be following the rule of two. It was only after Maul claimed to be a Dark Lord of the Sith when Sidious took action and decided to confront both false Sith Lords on Mandalore. Here, Sidious killed Savage and then captured Maul, explaining to Maul that he was no longer a Sith and that he had been replaced by the one true Dark Lord in Darth Sidious. After his humiliating defeat at his former master's hand, Maul accepted that he was no longer a true Sith, but he still opted to use his teachings to one day exact revenge on both Kenobi and Sidious. Maul no longer aspired to the long-term goal of the Sith, but instead settled for revenge. Rather than conquering the entire galaxy, Maul realized he would never compare to the power of Sidious, and knew he would never accept him again as an apprentice. It is for this reason that as of Solo: A Star Wars Story, Darth Maul is not a Sith Lord. In reality, Maul failed to be a Sith the moment he was replaced by Dooku on behalf of his master. But what are your thoughts on this? And did you know that Darth Maul is no longer considered a Sith Lord and doesn't even hold the title of Darth? As Maul explains in Rebels, formerly Darth, now just Maul. Again, congratulations to Thomas G. Don't forget to email me to claim your lightsaber. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.